Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. Leave it on. Serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 Rock, man.
Right.
They call you, homie.
Big Slice.
Big Slice?
Yes, yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
And that pussy. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Now, I'm not into Govan Hernandez as a personality. I am into Camp Capone as a platform. And he has done this interview with Dude. And, I'm subscribed to Camp Capone, so the clips keeps coming through. I keep bumping into him. And this time, I seen one that say, it just started off him talking about his homie punching T.I. So all I needed to see, I uploaded it. I figured y'all would want to see it just like I would. Oh, my mama, just see what he talking about. So with no further ado, let's see what Hernandez says T.I. and his partner have been up to. Something about rings had to get melted down and loops. I don't know. Let's see.
So the National Guard really helped out a lot.
Man, when them folks first got there, man, Memphis was like a ghost town. Like, wasn't even coming outside. Like, when they pull you over, like, it's literally on one traffic stop, 6 to 8 cars on one traffic stop. You might have 20 officers surrounding your car on one traffic stop. And the reason why they were doing it, because the young, they don't stop. They don't pull over. When the regular blue and white, the officers try to pull them over. So now, since Trump sent everybody,
running the police is really a thing in the South for youngsters. I know that from being in Alabama in the 90s. And one of the main things the youth used to do was they used to, how in the car lot, they used to have a little lock box with the keys. They kept them on the car overnight. They knew how to break in them, get in them cars, just to joyride and run the police. They used to look for the police to get behind them just so they could run them. Young niggas.
when they pull you over, they have you blocked in from the front, back, and the side, and then you have like 15 to 20 cops standing around your vehicle until they get through with their investigation, stop, or whatever.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know all this about. I knew that he sent the National Guard. I didn't know that the National Guard was still there, though.
Oh, hell yeah, they still there. In blood. Ready for some action.
Ready for some action, man. Okay, and it worked.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because I know Trump was getting a lot of backlash. A lot of people were really against him sending in the National
I ain't gonna lie,
Guard.
man. The man turned Memphis into South Haven, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Or Olive Branch. Or, he turned it. He did some justice. You know what I'm saying, for the city, especially for the civilians and shit. It's safer. It's safer for people. Right now, especially the working class. It's a whole lot safer right now.
Wow. Okay. Now, when I was doing my research for this interview, I found out that, you have a long history just in the music business itself and just being around a lot of famous people and everything.
Yeah.
How did you get into music or around music and get to know everybody? That's pretty hard for a lot of people.
Just being in the streets, dealing designer drugs. I was one of the few from my city that had unlimited cough syrup at one point in time. So, I didn't know a rapper at one point that didn't drink cough syrup. So, that's how I built a relationship with a lot of the rappers through that. Me and Flip, we built our brotherhood off of just bumping into each other out of town. And of course, A-Ball and MJG, we from the same neighborhood, we grew up together. So that's how their relationship with them, and just by being in those places, just coming from that environment and being respected, and just moving around, just politicking. That's how I, got to know a lot of people in the industry.
Okay, so yeah, I seen that you and Little Flip had a really good relationship.
Yeah.
You built that from that. So you go back to what, 2005, 2004?
Yeah,
somewhere or
yeah,
before then?
yeah, somewhere up in there. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but yeah, it was around that whatever year when we went to the Source Awards, and um maybe like a year or two before that or whatever, where we just got when we started to develop our brotherhood or whatever, you know.
So you was going to the Source Awards and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's on my page. Yeah, I was, you know, when he performed Game Over, you know, I was the one standing right behind him, you know, with the Clover G shirt on or whatever. It's on my Instagram page. That was right after the T.I. situation. And T.I. dared us to come to the Source Awards, so we showed up, and he didn't show up. So yeah, I was there. I had the fuck T.I. on the back of my shirt with the big clove on the front. If you can go on my Instagram, you'll see it.
Oh, and T.I. dared you guys to go, because damn.
Yeah, we showed up in full force, and he wasn't there. So
now I guess you were there when T.I. got into it with the Little Flip's crew.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, well, what all happened with that?
Oh, nothing. You know, he came to the city, and I think he was coming to I want to say Bun B party, and he came. He went to the radio station and said he was finna go to the Clover and parade around and look for this fake gangster. He was talking about Flip. DJ called Flip from the radio station. DJ he had a relationship with Flip, played it for Flip, let Flip hear it, and we ended up getting Flip to go to the neighborhood.
Yeah, you notice how it's the same set, but they don't. In this shot, remember they used to have them lights shining on that black wall? I had showed y'all got the same kind of light where you can put the little things on there. Why mine ain't coming out? I don't know. But yeah, now I see they're not using it. I wonder why. Did they just forget it, or was it not charged?
You know, and so we was chilling in the neighborhood for a minute, and just like he said, he ended up pulling up. You know, I think he was with Bun when he pulled up, and when he got out the car, he walked over and just basically said to Flip, like, "Yo, what up, bro? Like, you know, we need to chop it up. We need to holler." And at that point, you know, Flip didn't want to do no talking, you know, because it was a lot of things that had been said on CD, and so you know, T.I. just got a little too close, and my partner Capone ended up hitting him in the mouth. And when he hit him in the mouth, she just went left, and he ended up losing some of his jewelry, his Pimp Squad click ring, and we took the ring to Johnny and got it melted down into some clovers, to some medallions. But you know, T.I., he'll fight. I ain't gonna sit up here and say he a hoe ass nigga or nothing, but he just a little dude. But he got a little hard. He just too little. And but yeah, we had a partner named No Legs in the wheelchair. He ended up shooting a gun in the air.
That's what we came to hear about. T.I. got fired on. They took his jewelry and melted it down. Just the way even him explaining it, I guess T.I. don't lose no points. He was out of town, out of bounds, pushing the line. And I don't know how you could expect it to go your way when you know, put that much up against you. You took a L. What the hell?
Let me get you on camera. Where you from?
California.
No, for real. Leave it on. Serious though.
Watts, baby.
I know where you from though. Where you from?
Eastside PJ Watts.
I'm from Grace 2 House, man.
Right.
They call you, homie.
Big Slice.
Big Slice.
Yes.
All right, nigga. They call me Puto, cuz.
Right.
You wasn't that person. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.